Hi, friends. My name is Miss Crowell, and today I'm going to go over the fourth grade week 3 packet with you. So if you have your instructions ready, I'm going to go over each activity. Here we go. Okay, so for reading, the first activity says read a rainforest medicine and share the important points on a graphic organizer like this one. So you're going to read this right here, and then you're going to share the important points on this graphic organizer. So one important point per box. Then it says, compare the passages about the two great Americans. So then you should have Cesar Chavez and Marion Wright Edelman. So you're going to read both of those, and then on a regular piece of paper, you're going to write the answers to the questions that they ask. So how are they alike? How are they different? What real world connections can you make from the stories? What new information did you learn? Okay, then it says read Land Beneath the Waves. Then write down how the land beneath the waves is similar to the land above water. How are they different? So you're going to read this, and then maybe you could draw a Venn diagram showing how they are, how it is alike and how it is different. Okay, then you're going to read the passage about soil. So it looks like this. And then you're going to check your understanding and your comprehension on this. Just an easy 4 questions. Then it said read the information about Squanto, then answer the questions on the last page. So the last little bit of your reading, okay, it'll have Squanto, and it's quite a few pages. So it'll be start on page 9. And then it goes all the way through page 13 where you'll answer the questions. So kind of like a little comprehension packet. Okay, on to writing. Okay, you're probably going to need some notebook paper. And if you don't have any notebook paper, you can always take one of the papers that are in the packet and just write on the back of that. Okay, so the first activity says write about if you think schools should give homework, why or why not. So you are just going to write and think maybe that you're going to give it to your principal and talk about why schools should give homework and why maybe they shouldn't. Then it says write about your favorite lessons from American history. So what did you learn about in social studies this year? Any event, or maybe you read about a significant person, and then what did you like about that event or person. Then it says write about yourself. So you're going to write a little bit about who you are, and then it says include your favorite quality about yourself. Describe how you look, your favorite things to do, and other things that you like to do and don't like to do. Then it says write a story about if you were the king or queen of a country, what would you do? So you can make up a country, or you can pretend that you're the king or queen of an existing country, and then how would you rule that land? Then it talks about a biography, and it says a biography is about someone's life written by somebody else. Then it says write a biography about someone you know. So you pick anybody that you know, and then you're going to write a story telling about that person. Tell about where they were born, where they grew up, what were some big events in their life, what do they enjoy. And then lastly, it says to enjoy a 10-minute free write about whatever you would like. I always love to start a timer and say, write for 10 minutes, go about anything that comes in your brain. And then you just write for 10 minutes solid. Okay, now we are on to math. So once again, okay, you have the tic-tac math. And remember, the object is to pick a different activity each day, but trying to pick activities that are 4 in a row. So like maybe these 4 activities or these 4 activities, or you could even go diagonal. And then remember, all the directions on how to do every activity is right here in the packet. Okay, so right after the tic-tac math and right below it, it starts explaining your activities. Okay, and that goes all the way for about 4 or 5 pages, just how to do all the different activities that you pick. And then, of course, there's some resources on the back. Okay, then next with math, just like the last couple of weeks, you're gonna do Math War. Okay, this is really, really great to practice your math facts, just to practice multiplying, adding, subtracting. Super fun. Okay, then it says using the digits 1 to 9, so any digit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, at using only one each, place a digit in each box to make a time that is 4:37 p.m. How many combinations can you find that work? And so then on your instructions, okay, it's right here, and here are the boxes you're going to write the times in. Then it says find the perimeter of a rectangle that measures 4 units by 6 units. So remember, to find the perimeter, you have to add all the sides. And then it says what is the greatest area you can make with a rectangle that has a perimeter of 24 units? Remember, add all the sides. Then it says bonus, read the book Sports Math. That is a link that you're going to click on, and it takes you through Clever. Then lastly is Prodigy, and Prodigy has been on the last few packets. Remember, this is just something that I'm sure you have logged in at school, and it just helps you with all of your math functions. Okay, on to science. So this week, your big idea for science is how do waves behave? And then you have your big ideas. So remember, on the science, the most important thing that I can tell you is on the science, okay, it is helpful if you go one thing at a time in order. That way, or actually, the reason that you should go in order is because sometimes on the science part, a lot of these things build on the other idea. So if you didn't do the first idea, then you're not going to understand. So just take it word by word, question by question. So the first thing it says is watch this video. And if you can click on the link to watch it, do that. It says, or use the directions below. So it gives you some directions. Can you get your other family members to participate? So see if you can get somebody in your family to help you out on the science. And then there are some activities that you do. Then it says another option is to create a wave on a string. And that's also a video that you can watch, and then you have questions to answer. Then it says wave behavior. You might want to do this part outside. So there are some really fun outside activities. And then as you do those activities, then it says to put it in your science notebook. And that first science notebook is going to look like this, the wave patterns. And it's 3 pages. So it goes from wave patterns, first pattern, second pattern, and the reoccurring pattern. And you should have seen those. That was in last week's science as well. And then you just keep following all the questions and activities. So things like observing ribbons. And so maybe you have a piece of ribbon, and then you can ask somebody questions and they can ask you questions. Then you're gonna, they've given you another science journal that you can write all of your findings for all of the activities and all of the questions on. And then at the bottom of the Explore, It says, see the waves topic on Activate Learning website for simulation. So they can see actual waves through this website. Then on the explain part, it says the student will share some of their observation of waves they made with the family, the human wave, and on the rope. You may ask these questions. So now they're going to kind of share with you everything that they wrote in their science journal and all of the findings from all of their really fun things that they made. Then it's asking you to journal. And again, you may journal here. And then at the bottom, it says for more information, read this background story or this article. And looks like this. So you would read this just for a bonus, some more information. And then read a little bit on this one. Then on Elaborate, it says, check out these additional activities. And so there are just lots of different activities that the students can watch and listen to. So the first one is observe real life wave phenomenons, which is a link that they can watch on the internet. And then record your findings on your See, Think, Wonder page. And then what does this Introduction to Waves teach you about mediums? That is another link. Then it says watch, that's on YouTube. Wave if you've got enough energy. So there's a really fun YouTube video. Then it says to journal in your science journal. So take out that paper and write down what you've learned and all of your findings. And then lastly, it says explore waves by creating different sound waves from items you have access to. So you'll read this and then you will write your answer here. And then lastly is social studies, and you should have in your hand a social studies weekly. You're going to read over the social studies weekly and answer and do the activities at the end. Or if you have a computer or a device, you can click on the link and the social studies weekly will pop up there. That is it for week number 3. I hope that you are all doing well, staying safe. And remember, if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to your teacher. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Stay safe.